Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Steffy Forrester fans have something to celebrate. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers have confirmed that fan fave Jacqueline MacInnes Wood's maternity leave is winding down, and the actress will be back on the soap opera soon. If you have been following B&B this week, then you know why Steffy Forrester is coming back home. When Steffy hears about her father's wedding, she is going to blow her top. Will she be able to save her parents' relationship? Here's what's coming up next on the soap opera. Keep reading for all new Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. When Steffy Forrester left town, her parents were happily engaged, and her mom Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, was making wedding plans. Imagine her surprise when she learns that Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., dumped her mom and married Brooke Logan again. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that Steffy Forrester will hurry back home to comfort her mom and make sure Taylor's heart problems aren't flaring up again. Then, the furious Forrester Harris will head straight to her dad to confront him. Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, might want to make herself scarce when Steffy arrives at Forrester Creations. Steffy is a little old to be throwing a temper tantrum because her parents aren't together anymore. But that won't stop her. How far will Steffy go to end Ridge's new marriage? This wouldn't be the first time Steffy mingled in her father's affairs. Word on the internet is Steffy could try to send someone to seduce Brooke Logan. If she gets caught canoodling with another man, Ridge will probably ask for an annulment and go crawling back to Taylor. Another popular theory among fans on social media is Steffy might help Brooke Logan fall off the wagon. It wouldn't be the first time someone tricked her into drinking booze and flushing her life down the tubes. If Ridge busts Brooke sneaking drinks in the closet, he could realize Taylor was the better choice for him. Do you think Steffy will be able to split Ridge up? Or is it time for her to grow up and worry about her own marriage? Share your thoughts and theories down below in the comments, and keep checking back here on Celebrating the Soaps for daily Bold and Beautiful spoilers and updates. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers tease that Steffy Forrester's long-anticipated return to Los Angeles could be the next game-changing twist that rocks the foundation of Ridge and Brooke's relationship. And if history is any indication, her presence in town will not be quiet or uneventful, because Steffy has always been a central force in both her family's business and personal lives. And whenever she steps back onto the canvas, storylines shift rapidly, the dynamics tilt, and new conflicts come to the surface. Fans know that Ridge and Brooke have been through decades of turbulence, reconciliations, betrayals, and reunions, earning them the nickname Bridge. But their marriage has rarely been secure for long, and Steffy has often been on the opposite side of Brooke in family and corporate battles, especially when it comes to Ridge's loyalty and the direction of Forrester Creations. Steffy's return, therefore, raises the burning question of whether she could once again become the wedge that separates Bridge, just as outside forces like Sheila Carter-Deacon Sharp and even Taylor Hayes have attempted before. Soap watchers remember that Steffy has a history of resenting Brooke's influence over Ridge and the Forrester family empire. And while Steffy has matured and built a life with Finn and her children, her protective streak toward her father has never gone away, which means that if she sees Brooke making choices that threaten Ridge's happiness or the company's stability, she will not hesitate to intervene. In the world of soap operas, timing is everything, and Steffy's return could easily coincide with a moment of marital tension between Ridge and Brooke, making her the perfect catalyst for another separation storyline. Ridge has always been torn between the two women in his life, Brooke and Taylor, and Steffy, as Taylor's daughter, has naturally leaned into pushing her father back toward her mother whenever she feels Brooke has overstepped. With Taylor frequently absent from the canvas, Steffy could become the one to pick up that torch and remind Ridge of the legacy and stability he has when he aligns with his first family instead of being caught up in Brooke's whirlwind. This does not necessarily mean Steffy will act maliciously because her character has grown more sympathetic and resilient over the years, but even with the best of intentions, her influence could still create fractures in Bridge. Spoilers have often suggested that Brooke's jealousy, Ridge's indecision, and outside interference tend to destroy their happiness more than anything else, and Steffy's return introduces exactly the kind of outside interference that could trigger those familiar cracks. Imagine Brooke noticing how easily Ridge listens to Steffy, how he allows her opinion to sway him in boardroom decisions or personal family choices. And then imagine Brooke's insecurities flaring up as she accuses Steffy of trying to take her place in Ridge's priorities. That accusation alone would create fireworks because Brooke does not back down, and Steffy has her own fierce temper. Their confrontations have historically been explosive, and the show thrives on pitting strong women against each other while Ridge stands in the middle trying to broker peace. The irony is that Ridge's attempts to calm the storm usually end up deepening the conflict because his loyalty is pulled in multiple directions, and Brooke sees every concession to Steffy as a betrayal. The possibility of a Bridge split grows even more likely if Taylor were to return at the same time as Steffy, because that would set up the ultimate family push for Ridge to walk away from Brooke. Even without Taylor in the picture, Steffy's protective instincts and determination to guide her father could be enough to destabilize the marriage. Another angle fans speculate on is whether Steffy's return might also involve corporate drama at Forrester Creations, because that is often the battlefield where personal rivalries spill into professional sabotage. If Brooke tries to assert more control at the company, Steffy could push back fiercely, which would inevitably drag Ridge into the middle. Ridge being forced to choose sides at work mirrors his romantic dilemmas and could again become the trigger for a breakup. The audience knows that Bridge's history is cyclical. Their love is powerful but fragile, and every few years, the writers craft a new obstacle to tear them apart. With Sheila's chaos temporarily sidelined and Deacon pursuing his own storylines, it makes sense that Steffy would be brought back into the forefront to reignite the classic Brooke versus Forrester family conflict. The stakes are also higher now because Steffy is a mother of two and her perspective has deepened. She could argue that Brooke's pattern of drama is damaging not only Ridge, but the entire family, including the younger generation. That line of reasoning would resonate with Ridge, who has always been motivated by protecting his children. Brooke, meanwhile, would see it as manipulation and once again feel isolated from the Forresters she has fought for decades to belong to. Fans online are already buzzing with theories that Steffy's return might signal the beginning of another Bridge breakdown, and some even wonder if this time the writers might keep Ridge and Brooke apart longer than usual to allow for fresh romantic pairings or unexpected twists. What if Ridge leaned more heavily on Taylor again? What if Brooke found herself drawn back to Bill Spencer during her marital frustrations? And what if Steffy actively encouraged those shifts to remove Brooke from her father's life once and for all? That would not only split Bridge, but also reintroduce old rivalries and create new layers of drama across multiple families. In soap tradition, returns are never coincidental, and Steffy's timing will almost certainly intersect with key developments in the Bridge saga. Whether she openly declares her opposition to Brooke or subtly undermines her influence, the result will be the same tension that drives Ridge and Brooke apart. For loyal viewers, this is both frustrating and exhilarating, because while many root for Bridge as the show's central couple, just as many enjoy the constant shakeups that prevent them from ever being fully secure. Steffy Forrester's return is poised to be that next shakeup, and if spoilers are any indication, the fractures in Bridge will widen quickly once she asserts herself. Ultimately, the question is not whether Steffy will split Ridge and Brooke, but how soon her presence will force them to confront their old demons once again.